Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Justin.
I'm your other host, Quincy.
Oh my goodness. Sunday gave us a lot of gifts, but I'm just having me a good old Minute Maid. I like...
That just completely fucked with my brain.
What, Minute Maid?
No, my stream with the Twitch kicked in. And so I thought we flubbed the intro, and I was like, wait, why is he saying that he's the host again?
Oh, jeez. Well, at least it's working. At least it's all working.
No, no, Twitch is up and running, I'm just fucking lame.
But yeah, I'm just having a good old Minute Maid. Do you have a particular brand of lemonade?
I like Minute Maid. Minute Maid's not bad. Yeah, you know what? I think I mostly drink Minute Maid if I'm having lemonade. I'll do Country Time if I'm like making it at home. I get the powder.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Minute Maid's probably my go-to for like already made.
Yeah, I would prefer to make it myself. It's just lemons are never in season in this desert. Never ever. Like I'll get some, and they're too bitter.
My mom had a lemon tree for a while, at her last place, and that thing grew lemons. Like when it would, like it would take a while, but when it would grow them like fucking crazy, and would grow like monster-sized ones.
You had mentioned, and I was like, damn. But were they like bitter or like dried out, or were they?
No, they were good.
They were good. Damn.
Yeah.
What are you drinking over there, if anything?
So I've got a water first of all, but secondly, I've got a cup of coffee. It is the it's a K cup. Let me double check. I had it on the tip of my tongue. It's a Starbucks. I think it's the French roast. Let me double check. If it's not the French roast, it's the Italian. But I need to see the box. Yeah, it's the French roast.
Oh.
It's pretty good. It's pretty strong actually for a K cup. I'm actually very pleasantly surprised. My biggest complaint is this is the second box of this I've done now. And it happened all throughout the first box, and it's happening all throughout the second box. There's a lot of loose coffee grounds in those K-Cups, and you get coffee grounds inside the machine and in your cup.
Oh, and they just sit there, and I assume.
Yeah. And so, this is the second box. Bought at 2 different stores, too. Like at different times, so...
Well, hopefully, I mean, is it in the mix just to open them up and delve them out into one of those reusable ones, or no?
Those reusable ones never really work well. I mean, I guess what I could do is poke the hole in the bottom, and like go and kind of shake it over the sink and get as many out as I could before actually running the coffee through it. But yeah, it's a little frustrating because it's like, how are you guys managing to do this repeatedly? And like, these aren't cheap. Like, Starbucks K-Cups are some of the more expensive K-Cups on the market. And this is happening with the Starbucks ones, but wasn't happening with my generic Walmart brand ones.
Oh. Okay, then it's just the type of plastic that's holding in the stuff. Gotcha. Okay, well, damn. Get stronger cups. Be better. Okay. I've been playing a few mobile games recently, just because I've been finding myself laying down a little bit more. I caved. I caved a little bit. I started playing Diablo.
The box was saying in the chat, your mic is about a 5 out of 10.
I fixed it. It's a work in progress. But I played Diablo Immortal, and I gotta say,
you have a phone, don't you?
I got a phone, don't I? And it's an okay phone, and it handles Diablo pretty okay. All the textures look clean as hell, and I'm like, it's because I can't play Diablo 4. That's why I'm playing this right now.
Yeah, we'll get Diablo 4 first chance we get.
Oh man, that is a pretty fucking game.
I'm gonna have to uninstall some stuff though, because I bet you it's big.
That is a big boy. And I was touching an Xbox game. What was it? Oh, right. I've been playing Roblox, the game I said I would never play, because I have heard through a few technological grapevines that there are better first-person shooter games on Roblox than a AAA company. I said, okay, I'll take a look. I found myself fucking balling last night on Roblox and going, this is some fun stuff, and this is on a technologically de-advanced. Like it is by all natures just a very cheap 2D render on a 3D model at best, and it's doing way better than Warzone. And I was like, okay, all right. And then I futzed around on some other clickbait titled Roblox games, and it's a cesspool. It is a very small cesspool, but it is a cesspool. And I can see where the Roblox community gets its crazy individuals, if that makes sense. I don't mean anything by it. You play it, but don't be one of those that are being predators.
I only played it briefly one time because me and Piper wanted to play some stuff together. And he was like, they have games that we would totally play if we both had gaming PCs, and we don't both have gaming PCs within it. And that was basically their version of Prop Hunt and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so we did that for a little bit. But now, from what I understand, I haven't experienced it yet, but from what I understand, Fortnite has Prop Hunt now.
Yeah.
And I might have to check that out because I love me some Prop Hunt.
Really? Okay, yeah. I'm down for some Prop Hunt. And you even earn experience, which, if you got that new season pass that dropped only a couple days ago, people were swarming the servers. First time I ever saw freaking Fortnite have a hard time launching a season.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought the Spider-Man stuff would have drawn in more people than the...
Oh, it does. It draws in a hell of a lot more than what Destiny's getting, and Destiny has been shit in the bed too, but that's just been how Destiny's been the last couple of weeks. Yeah. But yeah, no, they flock to Fortnite faster than anything. Everyone.
Well, no, I was saying, because you're saying like this current season pass is the first time you've seen it struggle, and I'm just saying I thought the Spider-Man one would have been the one to make it struggle, not this one, because this season pass isn't really that interesting. I looked through it today, and I'm like, I don't know, like, yeah, it's got the Transformer stuff, and those are kind of cool, but they're, first of all, damn near impossible. Like, you have to fucking max your shit out to get most of them. But on top of that, like, they're okay.
You don't like the Lucha Woman? The actual Vale Tudo pose? Nah.
I mean, it's okay.
Yeah, it is okay.
You know, I'm just saying, like, I just find it a little crazy that it is what it is. Like with what you're saying, like with the servers and whatnot, because I'm like, this is okay, this isn't bad, but the last one had so much more going for it.
Oh yeah, I can concur with that. I can agree that there have been times in the past where, yeah, that one was a little bit better. Oh, that was a banger. This one, kind of, there's a few good skins in there that I'm just like, I could see myself playing to get those. And I am. I do have the season pass, and so I'm going to see myself getting those. It's just I don't know. It's personal experience over others, whether or not people want something that bad. I guess Optimus Prime is one of those things they want really bad.
Yeah.
What's the line from Clerks 2? Get fucked, GoBot.
Oh, what is it? Shut the fuck up, GoBot.
That's it. Thank you. But yeah, no. I like it. Socky in chat. I don't care about Superman. I played back when you can visit the Daily Bugle. Yeah, there was Daily Bugle covered in Spidey webs. At least I sure hope they were. But holy hell, Sunday brought us a whole lot of games. So we're gonna touch briefly on them. If we want to talk about them, we'll talk about them in big detail. But there's a lot. This one you threw at me not too long ago. Dungeon Stalkers and you just threw it at me, and I was like, yeah, I'll take a look at it, and I'll play it for
I
us in a
had
minute.
I saw like 2 screens from the trailer and went, okay, but I was reading the description and went, this sounds kind of interesting. They just dropped a trailer. I'll let Justin know, and that was it. And then you watched the trailer, and then you showed me the
That
trailer, and I was like, oh,
yeah, yeah. That's all I'm showing. That's still covered. It's still good. It's just that. In chat, yes, I did. Out of chat. This game does look like a very early prototype for maybe Lords of the Fallen, something like that, because it does have that. It has combat controls. I can see that, but it looks very basic and a little fan servicey from that. The major thing is you see that there's a lot of heart and soul into this,
and thighs
and thighs and some assets. I don't know. It looks like it's got heart. I want to see a little bit more. It seems to have a lot of shadows in the background with some silhouettes of characters. This seems like it might actually be an okay game, an and game, but I wouldn't go so far as to be wanting it that bad. Like, are you helping each other? Are you against each other? It's not really known here, but hopefully we'll get more answers when the time comes on what this game is. Skadoop. So I'll hit the little before the big. We got Capcom dropping a whole bunch of trailers, most of which we've already seen or had acknowledgement for, but it's a slow year. Exoprimal did another big one. Game looks
Did
fantastic.
you just say it's a slow year when we're about to talk about like 40 games?
For Capcom. For Capcom.
Oh,
That's
for
that.
Capcom.
Yeah, for Capcom. But Exoprimal does look good. Exoprimal I'm kind of excited for. I'll see about it later on. I do like its style. It's EDF kind of format where it's big thing, shoot little things in abundance or medium things in abundance, yell out praiseworthy things to get the morale boosted. Oh no, very big thing. That's the EDF way. That's always been the EDF way. And this kind of just gives me that feeling, like the whole entire crew moved over to dinosaurs and added a story. Yeah. What's your opinion of Exoprimal?
I know nothing about it.
Dinosaurs from the past are now slowly seeping into the future.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a cool concept.
And then someone from the future has to go back into the past and figure out where they came from. That's the story element. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like a cool concept. I have no real interaction or experience with it though, so outside of like hearing it as a concept, I know nothing.
Oh. We'll watch a trailer after this, because, I mean, the trailer does bring up a little bit and adds in some good gameplay that I think you might like. Skadoosh. Did you play Monster Hunter Rise? By any chance?
I played World.
World? Okay. Rise kind of simplifies it down and makes things a little bit more accessible, but with your time with World, did you like it?
It was okay. I felt like it had a lot of potential that it never reached.
Okay, that's actually a pretty fair one. Rise kind of turns everything down, makes things a little bit more easier to acquire. But what if instead of monsters, not those kind of monsters anyways, you're hunting Oni? And
like the fucking Japanese things?
Yeah, Japanese horrors.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Kinitsugami, Path of the Goddess, had both a trailer on Sunday's Xbox as well as their own showcase the following day after. But everybody is in a very interesting looking mask, and that seems to be just every player character gets a mask, and that seems to be where their ability lies, and then Sword kind of follows after. I'm kind of hyped for this. Like, this game kind of ballin' right now. It is very body horror. This one I would not recommend for the kids. I would recommend Rise for the kids. This one I do not recommend for the kids. Mm.
I mean, a little bit of Cronenberg never hurt nobody.
Quincy, a little bit of Cronenberg hurts everybody. But no, you're right. I mean, if the kid wants to reach Ninja Gaiden levels at 13, 14, that's fine. Start him off with Ninja Gaiden, then slide him over to this, or vice versa. Sure, you're already in the mix. But it uses, guess what? RE Engine. Like, RE Engine seems to be a really good building engine because these games are flying out the fucking door over at Capcom. Like, I may have made fun of them for having a short little exhibition, but they are pushing these things out.
Well, I mean, you sit there and build a whole brand new, very good, thought out engine. Now you gotta get it to pay for itself because you know that fucking engine costs a lot of time and money and resources.
A lot of engineering. Yeah, I'm happy to see that it is going to be paying for itself considering it's dishing out. Let's see, it dished out Village? No. 7 Village.
Yeah, it started with 7.
7 Village. I want to say
the remakes of 2 and 3.
Remakes 2, 3. The remake of 4. Monster Hunter Rise. This one, Path of the Goddess. And then I think the next one I'm going to talk about. Oh no, the last one I'm going to talk about. I'm sorry. So, I mean, that's a lot in a couple of years. Like,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's baller. But we'll see more hopefully of Path of the Goddess because that one's got me looking over my shoulder, going, okay, Capcom, you're coming back again. Let's go, douche. Well, they never left. Ghost Trick. I remember seeing someone dabble with something similar to this. I want to say it was like Elite Beat Agents or something that had this similar of pop factor, but I don't recall. Ghost Trick. You basically a detective or a beatnik that gets killed, and then you immediately turn into your own detective, a la
Murder Soul Suspect.
Thank you. But this one has a little bit more puzzle solving and actually pulling the evidence together, following people, and it seems like a really cool concept. Capcom always has like storytelling mystery point and clicks down to a science ever since Phoenix Wright or Peck a little bit before that with Professor Layton, if they were the ones who did it. You know, just solve puzzle, get to next point. That's how simple they are.
Off subject real quick, because while we were talking, I was going through and claiming all the freebies on Prime Gaming.
Yeah, okay.
Because the only time I ever think about Prime Gaming is when we're streaming, because then I see it sitting up there like, you have 57 unchecked things. Well, because I'm on Twitch. Because I'm never on Twitch anymore.
Right.
So, like, that's when I see it. Amazon Luna. We've talked about this.
Yes, we have.
Plug into your TV, play with the controller thing.
Yep.
They're now doing part of the Amazon Prime free with Prime games. Games you can play on Luna for a limited amount of time for free.
Okay.
Fortnite until June 30th, which is confusing because Fortnite's a free game. Batman Arkham Knight until June 30th. Citizen Sleeper until June 30th. Monster Harvest until the 30th. And Steam World Heist Ultimate Edition until the 30th.
Oh, I like the Steam World games.
That's a really interesting thing, a way to kind of further fold all this in.
Yeah.
Also, if you're interested in grabbing the free stuff, there's a League of Legends Prime Gaming capsule. You get 350 RP, an epic skin, a mystery reward skin, and more. Also, there's some Fall Guys stuff, there's some Destiny stuff, and there's some EOS stuff.
And then I think down toward like the bottom, you still have like all the SNK library things that they just won't take off. most of that stuff. No, I was about to totally lose my mind and say that shit is fire.
Oh, there's also Team Play Costume Pack for Hi-Fi Rush, and a 7-day membership and Prime package for RuneScape.
Yeah, RuneScape. I don't know where RuneScape is on my little chart. Like I like RuneScape because it's where I grew up, but I don't know what to do.
Oh, and a holiday outfit for Jane Romero in Dead by Daylight.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
And then
just grab the freebies. And, while you're grabbing your Prime gaming freebies, you should give us your Prime subscription to our Twitch channel.
give us money.
All right, continue.
Yeah, Ghost Strike. And speaking of Ace Attorney, Apollo Justice Ace Attorney trilogy is also announced for later on this year. For those who don't know, Apollo is the very similar to Phoenix Wright and just another lawyer figure out the crime type of thing. Got Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Wright, all of them, and you just got the rookie attorney who just passed the board and decided to hop right in. They're okay games. I like them. And then lastly, a game that kind of confuses me, and I don't know if I want it, but I really want it because I like how it looks. Pragmata, which uses the RE engine. And it starts off with a fight going on, and it's a big man asking a little girl for help who's just drawing in the middle of the floor. And this was my introduction into this. I did not see any other teasers or otherwise for this, at least not to my knowledge. And I will say this trailer did interest me, but the cleanliness of the room and the little girl in a bright blue windbreaker style jacket. You see the contrast there that doesn't really click with me?
I mean, it's the way I look at it is it's a clean room that they stuck this kid in.
Yeah.
They just haven't gotten to the point of putting her in scrubs.
Yeah.
Or hospital gown or whatever.
I mean, all I know is Pragmata looks good. However, the very ending of the trailer kind of said it'll be ready when it's ready. We apologize. We gotta keep working on the game. We want to make the best game for you guys. So we will continue to do our best to ensure that the final product is one worthy of your patience. Okay. We've, I think, now become accustomed to the delays, the inevitable delays of some of these games, and I think if you want to make a good game, make a good game. I'm okay with being patient now.
I'm just saying, stop giving dates. Like, that's literally all you have to do. You just have to go, hey, we're making this game. Cool. When can we expect it? We will get to that when we can.
Okay,
cool.
yeah. Announcing dates later would definitely be,
perfectly acceptable.
Socky in chat is calling me out about my patience, and I will admit I've waited this long for the next Elder Scrolls. I've waited this long for Starfield, and
at least. Here's the thing, though, with Elder Scrolls, when everyone said, "When is Elder Scrolls 6 gonna happen?" He straight up said, "We won't even start looking at making that until after the next Fallout."
Yeah.
And they did the next Fallout, and they did Starfield, and they said, "Hey, we're doing Starfield. Elder Scrolls 6 will be after that."
Yeah.
And everyone said, "Is it going to be in 2021 or 2022 or 2023?" I just watched an interview where someone's like, "Is it coming this year or is it coming next year?" And he goes, "I can't tell you because it's not there yet." And he's not going, "Oh, it'll be out in a year. It'll be out in 2 years." He's sitting there going, "We're still working on it. When we can tell you a date, we'll tell you a date." And I like that.
That's fair.
I mean, they build really big games. It takes time to do this. They aren't.
God.
Everyone sits there and goes, Bethesda's a AAA studio, and they're not wrong, but they're not the size of some of the other AAA studios.
They're pretty mid. They have medium-sized numbers. They don't have big freaking Blizzard numbers.
And everyone and their mother now is screaming at the podcast, "They're owned by Microsoft." Yeah, for like less than a year at this point, or what? Maybe a year, 2 years. What is it? How long has it been?
About two.
About 2 years. Okay, so they've been owned by Microsoft for 2 years now. In that 2 years, I'm sure that they have really increased some of their projects that they're working on because they've probably gotten more backing for them. But video games take longer than that to make, especially if they're big.
Oh God, they do. And with what I'm going to be gushing about later on, yeah, Starfield is going to be give me a hug. I am excited to talk about that. That is gonna be the last thing before Bet Up Up Shoe News. Like, uh, but yeah, talking about it. Okay, the Xbox Game Showcase on Sunday was a marvel. I sat in live and munched on some chips and gave my opinions to the people who were in the Discord while it was going on. We also had a bit of a discussion about a couple games. One of which being the Sea of Thieves Monkey Island crossover. I'll talk about that one a little bit more later on, but some of the games I didn't really bring up to bring into question, and Quincy corrected me, and I will admit I don't know too much about it, so that's where I lied. The Forza Motorsport is going to be an actual simulation game instead of the semi-realistic that the last ones were.
Yeah, they're leaning more towards simulation on this than the realism. Now, how far they're taking that
We'll find out.
remains to be seen. But I'm thinking, from what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, it may not be at this level yet, but I think this is where they're taking this in the future, and this is one of those steps. This is going to be the car version of Flight Simulator for them.
Okay. I mean, they certainly have the technology. They've always made the cars look fantastic, even with the very strange liveries we have found that cover your car in either wood or anime waifus. They still make the car look good. Like that, it's just boggles my mind. Avowed. Watching that trailer, I felt like it was still beta in its creation.
For which one?
Avowed.
Avowed.
We've heard about this game E3 2022, and it had just the cinematic trailer, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And the gameplay just kind of looked Skyrimish, kind of rough, kind of didn't look like anything new. But toward the end of the trailer, I caught on, and I'm like, I'll follow this game, but not as closely as a few others I'll mention.
Okay, I really quick, I do want to touch on this one. So this is coming from Oblivion, first of all.
It is the masters of the RPG.
Or not Oblivion, Obsidian. Sorry, Obsidian.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I mean the people that made Fallout New Vegas and created the original Fallout's and whatnot, and now they're owned by Xbox. The thing that you may be missing on this, Justin, that I think might up your interest a little bit. This is set in the same universe as Pillars of Eternity.
Now you do have my interest. I did not know that part.
Yeah. So this is in the world of Aurora. And this is in the area it's in is like supposed to be the big foresty area where like the plants and like all the flora and fauna have the potential to also be
okay. Now you've got me at like a good
the Living Lands
7-ish. You got me at a 6-7 around that area.
Yeah. It's called The Living Lands, a mysterious island filled with adventure and danger.
Huh. Okay. The Elder Scrolls Online. Now I fell out of it. Are you gonna be popping into it anytime soon, Quincy?
I don't know. I just grabbed the free stuff that they had in Prime. I don't know if I'll. I might not. I feel like to do anything in Elder Scrolls Online, I have to spend money, and that's a problem. As for Fallout 76, I get to do most of the Fallout 76 stuff without spending money.
We'll be talking about that in a sec.
So, like, I feel like the majority of Elder Scrolls you have to buy add-ons for.
Kind of, sort of.
And so that's where I sit there and go, meh, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's also another one of those games where, yet again, like, if I don't have someone to play with.
Yeah.
I was talking to Michael about this earlier before you jumped on, because he was talking to me about Fortnite, and I was like, I don't really play Fortnite. And I'm like, there's multiple reasons why I don't play this, PUBG, Warzone, Fall Guys, Rocket League, Minecraft.
Yeah, I know when to play with.
Fallout 76, Elder Scrolls Online. It's all the people to play with thing. Yeah. And while I know you'll jump on most games with me, I know that you've got your favorites that you go back to, and I know that you get burnt on a game, just like I get burnt on a game, and I got my favorites I go back to. And so it's one of those things where it's like, if you have a friend for, like, not a like a different friend for every single game. But when you have friends for specific games, they make specific games
Fun.
play yeah, fun or playable or whatever the case is. And that's where I think I'm at with the ESO. Um,
Okay.
and that, because like me and James started it together, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be fucking great because James is like the Skyrim dude, and he fucking fell out of it. And James was the big Fallout dude, and he fucking fell out of that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I can't seem to get that with these games. And so it's like, me and Piper will play games together, and yeah, it's normally like Rocket League or Fall Guys. But I've now kind of got a Rocket League or Fall Guy person, you know?
Okay.
So,
That makes
I don't know,
sense.
it's just there's something about these games. So when you say, am I getting back into this? It's two
Dependent.
parts. It's one, the fact that I have to pay so much to play so many different things on this game. Like, there's so much of Elder Scrolls Online that is paid. But two, it's the, who the fuck am I going to play with?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're not really into it, and I'm not going to force you to play it when you're not really into it. James fell out of it. Like, I don't really have that Elder Scrolls version. I think Mac would be kind of into it, but I don't think he's in it enough that I should be getting him to buy the add-ons to that game.
Okay. No,
You
that
know,
makes sense. That does make sense. I'm sure we'll find something down the line where all of us just kind of pop on, do what we need to do, and if we hang out, we hang out. Because you had mentioned there's some that are like Division, there are some that are like Destiny, there are some that are like Fallout 76 in this instance. It's just we got to find that common ground. Something, I'm
yeah,
sure.
and one of the things I would love, especially for the channel, is like, I considered buying a Minecraft server, and I was like, how cool would it be to have like a Minecraft server where multiple Ugly Mugs people can jump in and play it and stream it, and we all kind of come in and out and build and do stuff as we go.
Yeah.
And it's like, that there's those games, and we're talking about it in the chat right now too, and having an Among Us night.
Yeah.
Um, so
I just don't lie very
I mean, you've done it for 11 years, saying that you like me.
good. You okay? Never mind. You right. You right. But nah, like it's fun. It's gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be a fun time. I can
Mhm.
finally unlock the serial killer tendencies in me, and we'll go from there. We'll see when that night is. I'll grab some booze, and we'll just see how many of us can get it. Towerborn. I wasn't there. I wasn't all there for that trailer. I remember seeing it, and I was just like, kind of looks mid. Nice little RPG game. I forget who makes it. It's just I need more. However, I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna talk about him in more detail. Path of the Goddess was of course on there again. That one. Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty that was introduced by Keanu Reeves, who was absolutely rosy cheeked, just gushing out of his cheeks. He was just so happy to be standing there introducing Phantom Liberty. This one takes place just before whatever finale you choose, because that is kind of where it cuts back. So
Um,
this is save friendly.
it's also next gen only.
Really?
So anyone that's been playing Cyberpunk on a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One will not be able to play Phantom Liberty.
Ooh, well, I mean, you're technically traveling to yet another new city, but I'm curious one on how big it is, and two, is Idris Alba dateable?
I don't know.
Okay. Sorry, that question just popped up in my head. I figured I'd ask it. If no one's gonna ask it, you know. Payday 3. You said you had something about this.
So I'm happy about this for a couple of reasons. One, I really wanted to play Payday 1, and I fucking went out and I bought a special version of the game, and then nobody was playing it. And
Oh,
then Payday 2 happened, and it kind of the same situation.
okay.
And I'm like, what the shit? Payday 3 is coming to Game Pass, in
Oh,
September.
okay.
I think it's September. Whenever it comes out, it's coming to Game Pass. So first and foremost, now there ain't no excuses. Everybody I know got the game.
Okay, I'm down.
You know,
I personally am not a fan of overkill in general, but if I get it for free, sure, I'll play it.
yeah. So there's that also. But it's clearly being brought up. It looks better than the previous two games. Still not a pretty game,
Oh,
but it
no.
looks better.
Yeah.
They've definitely added some new interesting things, and I think it has the potential to be a fun thing for a couple nights here, a couple nights there. I don't think this is going to be an absolutely amazing, blow me away fucking game.
No,
You know,
it's gonna be
I
something.
think they did that the first time, like they blew everyone away because this wasn't a thing. But now it's kind of been rinse and repeat. But I do see the improvements in 3, and so that's nice.
Yeah. And probably way faster loading screens.
Fucking better be.
God. I remember when you were like, "So what about loading faster?" Now I'm like, this is noticeable. Like I don't get any in Monster Hunter Rise. The game looks
No,
so pretty and nice, and I just get the initial one at the start.
but here's my thing. Here's my thing with the loading screen thing.
Okay.
It was never my argument was never about the 15 minutes it takes to load into fucking Destiny 2 on an Xbox One, or about the broken ass loading screens of 2. It was the people that are going, look at how much faster this fucking loading screen is for Spider-Man on the PlayStation 5 versus the PlayStation 4, and like it shaved 10 seconds.
Yeah,
Like, okay, what did you do with that fucking 10 seconds? You stood there, slack jawed, going, that was fast.
that was easy.
Like, it's that's not the thing. Like, there's other games that need better loading, and a lot of the times I'm sitting here going, yes, the new console's definitely making the games load faster. But should the new consoles, should that have been what they were built to do, or should the game developers have built a better fucking game? Because there's plenty of games we play that hide the fucking loading screens brilliantly,
Oh yeah, they do.
and that we don't get stuck in these fucking massive, nasty fucking load screens
Yeah. The
on
Witcher
older
is
fucking consoles.
yeah, The Witcher is an amazing process. The only time you have to
Yeah,
load is in a major area where it's like fast travel. Okay, give us like 6 seconds. You're already there. Okay, cool.
yeah, and and it's that concept of like, you know, so like they're able to do that on a 360. I mean, that's how fucking old The Witcher 3 is, you know.
Yeah, you just get
So
that
why
first
is
one.
it that there's companies that are fucking, you know, struggling? I mean, is it 360? Maybe it was Xbox One. Whatever. But you have these companies that are struggling to do it on the Xbox One, and they're like, well, it's the console, or they're struggling on the PlayStation 4. It's the console. No, bro, it's your fucking game. Build a better game. Like, I know I can't build a game, and I'm not gonna fucking throw shade, but you shouldn't be throwing shade at other people because of things that you're fucking that are things
that
that
you
are
were
your fault.
that you were building for.
Yeah, you know.
Um, Speaking of things that they were built for, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 was announced and looks just as pretty as 2023, and I'm curious about its file size, but not that much.
This one is adding a few different things. I'm sure it's fucking massive, but
Yeah,
they're gonna have like they're adding a
campaign.
couple game elements. Like there's gonna be like a search and rescue thing and stuff like that.
Yeah, search and rescue, and then like uh, trick racing, skydiving modules, like a whole slew of different like little campaigns, and even one that covers Dune. If you're a fan of Dune, I still haven't seen the new thing yet. Hmm. But I mean, flight simulators, not my thing, but I respect them. Fallout 76, Atlantic City. You ever been to Atlantic City?
Nope, never even been in New Jersey.
New Jersey.
New
Yeah,
Jersey.
I've seen many a picture, and I mean, Atlantic City does look like
It,
a
it's
pretty place.
it's Vegas, but with a dirty beach.
Really?
Yeah,
Mm, that's
and not
depressing.
as hot.
Not as hot, yeah. Because it's okay. Well, okay. Are you excited to go to Atlantic City in Fallout?
Yeah, I haven't got on 76 in a while, and I've been meaning to because I still haven't gotten to go back to the pit, and I'm really excited to do that.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's a free expansion,
but
yeah.
I think so. I think there's a paid version, but I think it's like
Battle
gun
Pass ish.
like yeah, like battle pass stuff. You get some new cosmetics, new decorations, new armor sets, and stuff like that. It's all cosmetic stuff. But but I do believe the pit itself is free.
Okay.
And that was my favorite DLC on 3. So
Man.
like that's kind of one of those like I can't wait to go back and do that.
Yeah, I'd still need to do the Mothman stuff that I left you on. City Skylines 2. It's Cities Skylines 1, but with a lot of really good graphical, and it can handle massive cities. It can handle multi-trunk loading, just in case you're trying to tie 2 cities together. It can do it a little more seamlessly. Just a lot of quality of life improvements for a better game. Fine by me. Persona 3 Reload. Holy shit. If you want to do a remake, this is how you fucking do it. You keep the aesthetics of the old, but bring it to new.
Yeah, I've got an argument against Persona 3.
Really? Okay, hit me.
Yeah. So this is base game.
This is base game. This is not...
so it's leaving everything from portable out of it.
That's fine. To be fair, I don't... The truth is optional. It always has been. It does lead to a true ending, but it's non-canon. So it's like what do you take? A truth or what is considered canon? So it's just a lot of added fluff. So would I like to have it been there? Yes. Am I mad it's gone? No.
Okay, but you are also you're losing an entire character, a female-led character.
Who? Who's out of this one?
What's her face? Hold on. She was in Portable, but she's not in 3.
Was she?
Yes, I'm old enough.
Who's in? I'm trying to remember who was with me in Truth.
Give me a second. You keep saying Truth, and I'm not entirely. I don't.
It's like a little side story where you have all your characters and you pretty much go through like a halfway boss rush, and then you get like the truth, the answer at the end. And I think I'm gonna sneeze.
It's gonna take me a second to find what I'm looking for. I'm sure, especially because the way my computer's running. Bless you.
Oh god, I got whiplash now. Persona 5 Tactica. Looks pretty, looks great, looks bubbly, looks a little modish, but with a really clear-cut art style. You can still do triangulation attacks with your friends, all out attacks, yada yada yada. Looks fine, looks fun. Want to see more? Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Funny trailer, and it seems to be the more humorous side of Yakuza. It seems like every Yakuza game from now on is going to be like a dragon, and that's fine. A few posters do hint at Kiryu just with a huge wad of money fanning himself with it. So, curious what that is all about. There was a spot for Overwatch 2. Not a big fan of it because they keep going flippy-floppy with their PvE and whether or not they want to bring it into the game when they don't want to bring it into the game, and then they say it's not where we're going to take our direction, and then they wind up announcing a PvE that we got to pay for. I don't get it. Do you get it?
Okay, I don't because I don't even fucking play Overwatch. So first of all,
Fair enough.
You're losing a couple things. So you're losing Portable, but you're also losing the FES expansion.
That's right. Okay. Shit, you're right. Okay, yeah, shit. That is a big... Okay, that's a big one. That's the one I played. I think that's one that's in the collection you're holding on to.
Yeah, that was the fucking 3-disc thing, wasn't it?
2.
Was it 2 discs?
Mm-hmm. Most of it's a fucking audio CD. Okay, then yeah, that is a problem by me too. Maybe later development? Because they can add that on.
I mean, hopefully they do.
I mean, Atlas is
booting and so
these
that was where
out.
you got the female protagonist too.
That is correct. You are right.
Yeah,
I just forgot about.
I still can't remember her name.
I think it's not Yukio. I know who you're talking about though. Okay.
And it's the answer, by the way, not the truth.
Not the truth. And then all the rest I'm gonna kind of go into detail with. Starting with Jusant. The game looked a little odd from the get go, but this seems like it is a Shadow of the Colossus, climb the thing, do the puzzle, rinse and repeat with a.
Which one is this?
Jusant, Jusant,
Mm-hmm.
and you go up this mesa of a wall, and you're just climbing and doing puzzles, climbing, doing puzzles. I don't know the goal. I don't want to know the
Yeah.
goal, but I
Do you
want
know
to.
who made it?
No.
Don't Nod.
Oh, that's right. That is right. This is Donuts. Huh. Okay.
So
That's Journey, right? Is that Journey?
no, Don't Nod is
I need to pull up my second.
Life is Strange.
Oh. Okay. Huh.
Yeah, so they did Harmony, they did
I mean, I like Life is Strange.
Twin Mirror, Tell Me Why, Life is Strange. They worked on Vampire.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Remember Me was their first one, I do believe.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I could see this game being good. I hope it's on Game Pass. I would like to play this one. I would like to actually sit down, lock myself down and play this. This looks like a dream to go through, what with an alien on your back and you just mountain climbing all day, doing puzzles. That seems like a real.
And I bet you
chill
anything
time.
that there's going to be like a lot of inward reflecting that the character probably does. I would just because they do
narrative
more emotionally
games.
based games and
Yeah.
narrative games and whatnot. His art style is very different for them.
It is very. I was gonna say crispy, but it has a bit of like life to it. It is very. I'll just call it what it is. Colorful. It is very colorful.
Mhm.
It may only use 6-7 shades of it, but it is vibrant. It is bright. It shows clouds very wonderfully. It showcases shadow wonderfully. I'm curious about how long it is too, considering it's just puzzles. So I'm hoping it's about like borderline half of The Witness, where The Witness was just strictly puzzles on a board, while this one seems to be a little bit more move point to point, figure out numbers, figure out what this symbol means. I'm interested. Skadoosh. Quincy, you saw that 10-minute trailer of Star Wars Outlaws.
Okay, I saw the trailer and then I saw the 10-minute gameplay.
You're right.
Yeah.
We both saw this. We both watched this. We both had stars in our fucking eyes. I want this to be multiplayer.
It's not going to be.
I want it to be, though. This would be
We
such...
need a multiplayer Star Wars game that isn't Squadron or Battlefront.
Or the Old Republic.
I mean, the Old Republic, the online one? Yeah. I would totally play it. I just don't have a way to.
Yeah, neutral. I want to be a bounty hunter, just flipping around, doing whatever the fuck for minimal pay because who wants to pay top dollar for product that's already gone?
Yeah.
Like I want to be that gritty guy. But
this looks really good. They showed a little bit of everything in the 10 minutes of gameplay. If you're sitting there going, how's a Star Wars? Because I sat there going, I've always wanted an open world Star Wars game, but how would it work? Like I've never been able to wrap my head around it. And I watched it and I sat here and went, of course, that's exactly how it would work. This makes 100%. This is exactly what I want.
And it's motherfucking Ubisoft.
And yes, the character's not a Jedi, and there's people that are gonna be upset about that, but there's people that are gonna be happy about it as well. It falls between Empire and Return.
Oh.
Yeah. And so I'm kind of hoping that it doesn't cross paths with the movies at all.
I hope you get references. If like you're in the middle of like an actual story mission, and you like hear a couple of stormtroopers just sitting down having a cup of coffee, doing whatever the fuck, and they talk about how
lost you for a second.
Ooh, that's rough. Uh-oh. Am I good? I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I lost you for a solid second, and I said that, and then you reacted to what I said. So I guess it got real fucky.
It got real fucky. All right. But what I was saying was, Like you have a couple stormtroopers just sitting down, drinking a cup of coffee, and mention oh hey, did you hear about Boba Fett's whatever the fuck. I think that happens in the third movie, but I'm just bullshitting up a reason of them talking about characters in
Okay, no, here you go.
universe. Hello.
Because you are an outlaw and whatnot, you are dealing in the realms of bounties and shit like that. I don't think you're being a bounty hunter per se, but you're dealing in those realms. You're hearing about it. You could always walk by a group of bounty hunters and be like, "Oh yeah, did you hear that Boba Fett
Yeah,
turned over Han Solo to
that would be about the time, wouldn't it?
Jabba the Hutt?"
That would be
Yeah,
about the
because he would already be turned over but not freed.
time. Okay.
It's between the two.
Yeah, that would.
Oh, did you hear a couple years ago when they blew up that fucking big planet destroying shit?
Yeah.
But don't like actually have us actively interact with the movies, and don't have us actually like something we do is affects an outcome for the movies and whatnot. Like, let this be its own thing.
I'm curious how far this I was about to say this movie, this game is going to let us go into the realm of needing to escape the entire empire. Like,
So, did you watch the 10-minute gameplay?
I watched about 8 minutes of it, but yes, I'm convinced that is what you can do, but I want a little bit more.
So at the end of that, they show you make the choice not to be the Imperial.
Oh.
So then he puts in a call for them to come after you, and it pops up "wanted" in red over your screen, and then you start hearing everyone reporting and talking about you and whatnot, and you run off and you get on your ship, and you take off, and you break Atmo, and it's like, okay, there's nothing on your scanners. Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Okay. And a bunch of TIE fighters come out, and you have to kind of fight them until you can get yourself into a position where you can jump to hyperspace and get away.
Wow. Okay, I should have watched the whole rest of it. Damn. Okay, that's what I want. That is what I want. Okay,
and
this
like,
game is giving
there's
me what I want.
choices. Like, you're making fucking choices. Like, you choose not to fucking pay the bounty, or you choose to pay the bounty, or not pay the bounty, but the tax on.
Yeah.
Because what it is, you get the item for the guy, and it's illegal goods, and this Imperial chick's sitting there, and she's like, everyone pays their taxes on it, or I could report you for what you've done because it's illegal. And so it says bribe, don't bribe, and they would go with don't bribe, and that's when she reports you.
Okay. Okay, I like that. I'm all here for that. Okay, Outlaws.
Also,
I'm
the
excited
little
for it.
critter that she has brings a whole fun element to the game. She has it go and hit switches so that she can try to sneak by when she's trying to stealth. And when you fail the stealth, she has it go and grab her a gun that's from someone killed on like the floor down. Takes a second to bring her the gun, but once she does, you have that gun now.
Okay. Yeah, I can get down with that idea of that little thing helping me out. I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna pretend like I know what it is. Socks in chat calls it a monkey Lexwaddle.
Yeah, I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, but I'm excited now. I'm very excited for it. Kerchow. Dungeons of Hinterberg. You're a traveler coming to Hinterberg for a weekend, and you are armed with just a sword and a traveler's guide, and you're just kind of going over Hinterberg and the denizens within. It seems like a Zelda-like, and I'm kind of here for it. Pretty good music.
Really quick,
Ooh.
I was looking up what the alien is. It's called Nyx, and IGN is describing it as an axolotl-like alien.
Okay, I mean it does look like one.
Socks
I'm happy
hit the
with it.
fucking nail on the head, I guess. You know.
But Dungeons of Hinterberg adds in a little bit of Zephyr with the Ocarina of Time kind of. You can control wind, some elements. It seems like a fun time. Excited for it. I believe this one's dropping Game Pass. And guess what? Another one that's going to be dropping Game Pass. 33 Immortals, where you and 32 others can fight in giant raids. And each of you have your own little skill sets, whether you want to be support, tank, whatnot. You can just jump in at any time and help someone out. Fight. That is pretty much the base of the game. There's probably more story to that. Guys who did Jotun, Spiritfarer, They continue to amaze with these beautiful visuals. I'm here for 33 Immortals, and as I said, I believe it is going to be on Game Pass. Anything you want to add to 33 Immortals? How do you feel about
No,
Roots?
you know, when it comes out, I'll probably check it out. I feel a little iffy playing with 32 strangers,
Yeah.
but you know, we'll see how it goes. Since it has high potential that it's gonna be a Game Pass game. You know, it's not like I'm having to go and buy a game that I'm gonna hate playing because of the community or something.
Yeah. Very, very interesting intro that I'm now finally like locking down and rewatching. Yeah, this intro's kind of hot. This intro kind of fire. Scott Dosh.
Um, this just kind of reminded me because it got me thinking about boss battles. Did you see the TikTok video I sent you of them handing the developer the controller
Oh
when they were announcing Final
yes.
Fantasy 16, but they set it to the hardest difficulty before handing it to him, and he fucking just destroys the fucking boss?
Yeah, he said, "Oh, this is just like Devil May Cry 3, easy." I was like, ah, okay, all right. I started like losing my shit after this. The 2-pack of perfect parries that he had. I was like, Jesus Christ, he was prepared, and he was like, "Oh, that's how you limit break," and then does it, and I'm like, he must have loaned him out that game. He must have. But that was some clean gameplay. Back onto this though. You want crispy art style. You want an amazing story that's probably going to be the best game of this year.
You want 3 Goldbergs?
You want to go through? Yeah. How long can each one last?
You watch 30-minute classics? Nope.
Nope. But South of Midnight. The trailer was the very first one in the showcase, and I'm damn glad it was. This
Is that
one,
a possum?
that is a possum. It crawls up his pant leg and makes it up there. But the trailer, start to finish, amazing, amazing, gripping animation. Lovely blues music was sauntering through. If you haven't seen that little teaser, there's no gameplay, but just go there for the visuals. It is spectacular, almost to the line of really nice stop motion. Like it is so good. Scottish. Um. So when the Fable trailer was playing, I was watching it, listening to Gervais say his P's and Q's, and at some off-screen individual, and I was here for it. I was listening, watching, waiting, and then come to find out he's playing the Jack and the Beanstalk's giant, and everything kind of made me go, yeah, this is Fable, and I'm glad they're taking it back to. You want to just screw around and act as a kid because you didn't have a childhood? Do it.
I like that the humor of Fable is still here while the game is looking. I mean, this actually looks like, but the game's looking good cinematic wise.
Oh yeah.
And I like that like the Fable humor is still clearly there.
Oh yeah. The first thing that made me go, oh, this is Fable, is the chicken kicking. Like it had an iconic, sure, abuse, but
Chicken chaser.
yeah. And I was like, okay, but what else is there? You fight the giant, and toward the end of the trailer, you see that she has won. Cool. I want to see more of that. I want to see more of this studio working on this. I want to see more. This is a good trailer. This was fun. I'm excited for Fable again. I was excited for Fable 2. Skadoosh. Still Wakes the Deep. It just looks like Amnesia 2. Like it doesn't it doesn't do anything for me.
This is coming from the people that made Amnesia 2.
I'm aware.
But for me,
Yeah.
where it's at, I'm like, this is interesting.
Okay.
Like, it's an environment we haven't really had in the game.
The oil rig, right?
Yeah, and I'm not going to count Metal Gear.
Really? Okay. You haven't played it, but Revelations 1, Resident Evil Revelations
Okay.
1.
And I'll give you 2 reasons why I'm not counting Metal Gear. One, because it turns out to not actually be an oil rig, which is like the biggest reason.
You to be fair, you can turn it into one.
You turned it into something.
Fair.
And 2, I'm more meaning in this medium.
Okay. Yeah. This
You
one
know,
would be
and
nice.
that was, yeah, that, you know, this is like an untouched medium because this is scary. The concept of being out there, and like so much of the game looks like you're dealing with the element, like Mother Nature is like the biggest enemy, but there's also something in the dark, and you're also trying to save people. I don't know.
I'll wait till the
It
next
may not
trailer.
be for me.
Yeah.
It may not be for me because it's the running, not fighting type of game. But I will say that it doesn't feel as rinse and repeat as some of the other horror games.
Okay. Yeah, that is pretty fair. I can take that at the fullest grain of salt. Yeah.
Like if I can find a good Let's Player or a good Twitch streamer to play this, I might watch.
Yeah. Hopefully one of our favorites will be doing it because I'm
I don't have any
neutral.
favorites anymore.
Oh yeah, I don't even.
Yeah,
I have a couple.
Too many of them have turned out to be shitty. Like Markiplier's cool, but I never really watched his stuff. So
He's getting back into the groove of things.
yeah.
He's made a movie, a full-length movie now.
Did you? I don't know if I sent you the TikTok, but someone had posted a clip of him doing some holiday thing he did years ago, and his like immediate like reaction, and he was doing some holiday thing, and it was like for the next like 18 minutes or something like that, I will match whatever donations you guys make. And he's like, I'm a man of my word, no matter what, I'm doing it. And the first donation comes up, and it's 16 grand or something like that, and he just goes, "Fuck, okay."
Yeah. Yeah.
In total, it ended up being like 60 grand, and he did match it.
Cool. I like Mark. He seems like a really good guy. We'd like to meet him at least once. You know, have just a very short conversation. I don't want to take up any of his time. He seems to be a very I don't want to say too like busy, but he seems like he has a lot of plates on his table already. Like he's got a clothing line.
Yeah.
He's got his own merch line. He's got, of course, making videos, editing some that he would have to do himself, which in some of his descriptions, he showcases that he does do it by being like, "I'm sick, lol, no thumbnail." You know, he's a human too.
Yeah.
But glad to see that there's games that other people can play that we'll watch.
Yeah, it's just a matter of like, because I don't think it's a bad game. I just don't think it's the game for me, and I would still like the story.
Scott
You
douche.
know?
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of finding the person that's going to do the story for me and do it justice.
Or laugh at it.
Yeah.
So back over to Persona. This trailer was phenomenal visually. I love Metaphor Ray Fantasio. It was a stellar-looking, old-style Victorian city with just this new twist on everything. And it has Persona features. It has the Persona 4 protagonist in there. I saw 3 in there, kind of with a shift change. Everything seems so different. I'm wanting to see more from Metaphor Ray Fantasio, but I just wanted to talk about it distinctly just because it looked fucking fantastic artistically. I would want some of that shit as paintings. Ooh, pardon me. Too much lemonade. But Metaphor? Yes. Anything to add on that one, Q?
Nope.
No. Oh, Skydoosh. Now, this I can talk about for a while. For those who don't know me, I love Monkey Island. I played the original Revenge of Monkey Island and Return to Monkey Island, LeChuck's Revenge. All of those, great games. The Legend of Monkey Island is coming over to Sea of Thieves. And LucasArts is helping with the big old handshake and says, hey, we got Guybrush Threepwood's voice actor and Monkey Island and the voice of Calypso and one of the voices of the boat salesman. and it's like, oh, you have almost all of your assets moved over. We can actually have Monkey Island in Sea of Thieves. That's actually kind of cool. And so
I think it's pretty awesome.
there's a whole chapter dedicated to The Legend of Monkey Island. You will see me playing Sea of Thieves, The Legend of Monkey Island, on the 28th. I believe it is the 28th. Fuck. Click. Drag. Oh no. Uh-oh.
The worst part about doing this virtually,
Yeah, what's up?
I'm sitting here going, all right, he's finished up with Monkey Island. Start getting your brain ready for the next thing.
Yeah,
Talk
sorry.
what was the next thing?
Yeah, sorry. I'm getting
No, not your fault at all. Like that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm not saying like because you're doing that. Like it's just one of those things of like normally I would glance up at the next tab on our list of tabs.
Yeah, I could share screen.
But I can't do that now.
I could
share it's just such a funny difference that like something that you don't think would be a problem until you're experiencing it.
You're right. July 20th. Bring your wits, your finest hat, and a talking skull. We'll see you mighty pirates there.
Yeah, I might join in. Like I haven't played Sea of Thieves in a really long time because I tried playing with my brother and I tried playing with you and whatnot, and the community was kind of pissing me off, and certain parts of the game were kind of pissing me off. And now, like with this, I'm sitting there going, "Well, that's actually really fun."
Yeah,
I might want to check that out.
Yeah, and I've watched a streamer that used to do a lot of Sea of Thieves content, and so I can see myself kind of imitating some of their things. It's real easy to know where to aim now. It's easy to understand, like if we're gonna be boarded or otherwise, you can hear them. There's small notes. It's just a matter of now relearning a game. Yeah, we'll be fine. But I'm definitely gonna be doing this. July 20th again. Skadoosh. This game both intrigues me and confuses me. Clockwork Revolution. Your influences of your time will impact the future, and I am here for it.
Yeah, it's done in such a great way. Something you decide can make it, severe pollution or making the environment more hostile or less hostile. Like it's really interesting the way they're doing it, and I'm really liking it. And it's got a very BioShock feel to it.
Yeah, I would concur with that because that's what I saw. That's what me and I believe Dice made that comment. And he was like, "Infinite? What?" And we started muttering when we were just watching the play-by-play of the trailer, and I was like, "I'm gonna like this game. I love its aesthetic. It's very vibrant while also showing that there is a lot of dirtiness here. Like it isn't something that can be kept up with. Like this place is degrading." And I was like, "Well, look for floating islands. Look for something like that." We see the sky rail, and I'm like, "There's no floating islands here. This is all grounded. So what is this? Is this what is on the ground on BioShock?" And then we get Clockwork Revolution. I'm like, okay, bit of a plain name, I'll admit, but I'm here for it. I'm all here for it. This is beautiful. Guess what, motherfucker? Game Pass. I like it. I like that everything's coming to Game Pass. Uh-oh, did I lose Q?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't really have anything to add to that. That was it. Like it's all coming to Game Pass.
It's all hype. It's all hype. Skadoosh. Did you play Swena's Hellblade 1?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Mildly traumatic game. A little on the nose. A little rough to get through at certain points, but a good game, I would call it. And now Swena's Saga Hellblade 2 is coming out. Trailer makes it look goddamn spectacular. The way they just orchestrate light, even in a small spectrum in their areas. Whatever engine, I think they're using Unreal, but whatever engine they're using, that is a stellar engine. Fantastic. The only downside is I don't think I'm going to be playing this game. It does not interest me. It's rough. Skadoosh. So the big game, the big segment, the big one. 40 minutes of interviews of people doing things and saying, yeah, I like that part when I did this, or oh, I love this part, or I love these skill trees. They go in depth and actually talk about this game. Motherfucking Starfield, man. I was so hyped for all 40 of those minutes. To those who say Starfield's gonna be a bad game, I'll be like, where? Show me where. Give me the screenshot that you say that will be a bad part.
It's just people that want to be angry.
That's fine. Let them be angry. Let them be mad that they're going to get this.
You might want to go check it out. I already saw at least one video. It's like, all the details you may have missed in the footage that we got. And like they're like people that are like analyzing the backgrounds and shit.
Really in the background. They just were like, okay, I'm so fucking happy that this is going to come out and I get to just actually be a 100% space pirate. I don't have to sign with anyone. I just have to do jobs. And there's always new jobs popping up. It's kind of continuum, but at the same time, infinite for the feel, for what I would do. And that's great. I could be a monster hunter at the same time, go and visit that planet, take down this big old beast. I'm so... Space battles are fun. Space battles look fun. You can get a perk that allows you to be a little bit stronger in the air. Fantastic. You get jump boots. Goody. You get, better stealth mechanics. It's basically Fallout, but better. Way better. Because it has kind of the Fallout 4 schematic. It looks Fallout 4, but with a different UI. So, instead of me continuously gushing, is there anything you want to add about Starfield?
There's nothing I can add.
I
didn't watch. No. I didn't watch the 45 minutes, and I haven't had the chance to.
Fair enough.
I went through and I grabbed. I had the choice: watch the 45 minutes or watch a bunch of smaller things, so that I had more to talk about than one thing. I didn't get the chance to. I was working the day at the game fest. What was going on? So like I missed a lot of the stuff. I didn't get to watch it live, and so I've been playing catch up this whole time, and I didn't have the chance to watch all of it. I plan to watch as much of it as I can and watch those videos detailing it and breaking it down. Basically, the only thing I can say about it is with the little bit I have seen and based off your reactions and whatnot, I'm very excited for the game. I'm very happy that it's happening. I'm loving seeing Bethesda do an original IP for the first time in a long time. And just being able to create something new for us all to hopefully enjoy and fall in love with the way we have their other games and fall into the lore and everything. I am weary because, it's just...
Too good to be true?
It's not even that. It's the same problematic engine. They just slapped a new name on it. And also, I tend to get too excited about games and fuck myself. Look at Outer Worlds. That game ended up not being at all what I thought it was.
Right.
Am I saying it was bad? No. But 110% was not what I thought that game was going to be.
That's fair.
I fell in love with that game at the first trailer, and I never let go of how that trailer made me feel and what that trailer made me think. And then when I got the game and played the game and beat the game, I went, huh. That wasn't what I wanted. That wasn't what I thought it was. And maybe I would have enjoyed it more if I didn't get such a predetermined idea and anticipation of this game. So I'm trying to not do that here too much.
Well, in your stead, I will stand at the top of a WWE ramp saying, "Give me what I want," continuously, spit flying out of my mouth and everything.
Yeah, but then you get to that's not what I want.
That's not what I want. Give me what I want. But I'm sure they have been listening, and they seem to know what they're doing. The game looked like it ran crystal clear. The new planet loading in is great. So here's the thing with this. This is not going to be last generation. This is next generation only, and it must be loaded on a solid state drive, which means it needs to be next generation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in saying that, with it being as quick load and everything, it's going to be a big, bulky game. which means I'm thinking maybe 140 gigs, give or take, maybe. This thing is gonna be massive. I'll delete whatever it takes. I will remove all temptation away. I will delete for that time. I will delete Destiny 2 until I am done with Starfield as I see fit.
I'm assuming it's going to be a very large game too.
Yep. And that is my new dedication if it comes to that. If
What are we looking at on a release date?
September. I have it over here in my notes. No, I don't. September 6th, right around the corner.
Mhm.
And I hope it runs good. That's it. I hope it runs good. Actually, hang on. You said it's a new graphics, or the same graphics engine, right?
So it's, I think they're calling it something different, but it's basically just another Creation Engine clone.
Oh. Well, if this one, okay, to be fair, it had a little bit of a hand with it, so I wouldn't be surprised if a little bit of id Tech slide into it as well.
That's my thing. Why not just use id Tech? They own it.
Okay, oh, hold on. Let's reserve judgment until we get a little bit more of this game. Considering, number one, we now have advanced hardware where running a game improperly should not be an excuse now. If you're not making for last generation, you're making for the now. So we're getting a stellar game. From what I've seen, it was playing on Xbox hardware. So that means that this game is almost ready to ship. Okay, September 6th comes around. We get it. Straight off the cut, we are going to probably hop right on in. Does not need servers. We are in this shit. Day one patch, I don't care. Do whatever you need to do, because I know that there's going to be a very buggy launch. Don't get me wrong. It is a Bethesda game. I come expected with that. But I'm not going to expect game breakers. I'm not going to expect falling through maps. I'm not going to expect ships coursing off. They have had the time to polish this. They have had time with concept art, imagery, texture mapping, conversations, random NPC creation, an AI-generated composition for both stations on planet and otherwise. This game is unique. And I don't want to I don't want to hype myself up too much because, of course, same reason as you. But I want this game. I want this game to succeed. It gave me that glimmer that you had for Outer Worlds. It has that glimmer to me, and I want to be proven right once. It's a good game. It looks like it's a good game. I want it. All done with game news?
I think so.
Oh, God. But shoe news. Quincy, you have a corkboard. I don't have a corkboard, but you have a corkboard.
I do. I fancy myself a writer and bought the biggest corkboard the Container Store sold because I thought I can pin all my ideas up here and it'll help me finish my writing. And I did not do that.
We have ADHD and kind of look over at it and go, "That's we'll get." Oh, hey, look, pennies. And
I actually hit a good stride for a bit with the writing. I did.
Yeah.
15 pages, 8,215 words, 2 chapters.
That's actually
ideas for the names of the chapters and how I was going to do it.
With fair spacing, you could turn that into like 40 pages.
I mean, that's already fucking doing the paragraph spacing the way it's supposed to and whatnot.
That was only 15 pages?
Yeah.
Small font then.
I mean, yeah, not huge, but then I just, life and whatnot, and I just haven't finished. But yes, corkboards.
Corkboards. Would you wear a corkboard on your feet?
Probably not, because I feel like it's not very water resistant.
I would also think that it could absorb water. So a collab over at Nike has you wearing corkboard shoes with Velcro swoosh replacements.
Do you know cork comes from trees?
Yes.
Like it's a special kind of tree.
I don't know what type of tree, but I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
Um, it's odd looking. Like I like its design, its texture, but yeah, no, one drop of water and that thing's bloating. I don't. I don't.
I mean, they do use cork to cork bottles, so when packed, it's watertight.
Yeah.
I just don't know about this. Uh, It's really interesting. Switching out the swooshes. There's Velcro bits and whatnot. You switch out swooshes. You get several swooshes when you buy it. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah, it is
That's for sure.
interesting. It is very interesting. I just not my thing. I worry about how itchy they would be if you're wearing like super thin socks. Like you step on the cork. No.
Yeah. Now, moving on. I don't want to think about this anymore.
This one you know a little bit more about than me. I've read a little bit and I was like, I don't quite.
Okay, so I don't really know like more than you about
Oh,
it.
okay.
It's pretty much what Sneaker News wrote up for us.
Oh, okay.
Here.
Then I'll just read it then. In short, they have made a Navajo dine. I'm unsure of how to pronounce that. It is a native culture,
Mm-hmm.
and with that, they have very specific maple wood designs. They just basically have it kind of this very eggshell white with very broad stitches, and with those stitches, then they have like a more inlaid embroidery of flowers with on a vine. I kind of like it. It looks very, very plain, but of course, me and Canvas are cool friends. But the only downside is it's the color we both don't like wearing.
Well, the big thing I wanted to touch on about these shoes, it's the Nike N7, which has been going strong since 2009 2009 awarding over $8 million in grants to more than 270 different communities and organizations.
Oh yes.
So 2023 sees the Nike N7 team up with none other than the Nike SB and the Dunk Low Pro, collaboratively designed with members of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy and the uh, Oj-
Ojibwe.
Ojbu.
Ojibwe.
Yeah, I think you're right there. Communities. The two upcoming colorways boast floral and embroideries and traditional motives, all of which are owned by the Great Lakes uh, and the Woodlands regions. So this shoe is actually going to help out with stuff. This is going to be doing
Gonna be making that money for the
like
charities.
charity works and stuff. And like that was like one of the big things I really liked here.
I skipped over that and I apologize.
Oh, no worries.
We're professionals.
That's why we a team.
We're professionals. But yeah, $110 for each of the flavors. They will be dropping on the 17th for the restock date. So that means the original one is tomorrow. Interesting. A first run and then a second run if they want to make a second run. Okay, so these are limited. Oh, Scott, Quincy, what do you know about Japanese toys?
That if I ever needed advice on buying them, I would ask Kojima.
Yeah, Kojima would be a good guy to ask.
That's about all
Okay,
I know
yeah,
about
shit.
Japanese
I was about to be like, damn, I didn't think he would have something. But there is a type of plastic that is used for some of the figures. They may look a little cheap, but they are very durable. They're very impactful, so that way they can survive.
Just like me.
Yeah, that can survive a childish beating. But a shoe wrapped up in this very very simplified color because it does only have very simple colors. They don't do like major shadows, articulated joints. They're just kind of fill the mold with this very helpful bending plastic. Ship it. With that, they made this one that kind of has Ultraman's colors to a very small degree, but they call it the Sofi, SOFVI. $160, women only, oddly enough.
So
And
Now, what might one of these toys look like?
Skadoosh, like this. This is a picture from eBay. A seller known as Jororoshi is selling a whole bunch of these figures. But as you can see, they are very already molded, very minorly articulated, rotating torso and maybe shoulder joints. But these toys are very well collected in both Ultraman, Super Sentai, Godzilla. Yeah, I think even has a couple of the base ones. But it's just this type of plastic that is just hardcore, durable, just nice to look at in some cases. Of course, Ultraman, who doesn't have very many colors to his costumes all through the years, makes it easy for marketing. Like, these are licensed toys by
Yeah.
Bandai, I think, owns them now. But little food for thought. And as said, these are women only, $160. Has a nice little copyright down on the bottom of the sole to showcase that it is like a toy. And the insoles kind of have this nice little Japanese comic crackle on it, and it's put in a matching box. Yeah. Skadoo. Skadoo. I only glanced at this one, but I love its artwork. Welcome to the Carnival Hunt, an online game. Tell me about it, Quincy.
Actually, the main reason I brought this up was for you to watch the trailer, and in the fight to get your mic working, I never told you to watch the trailer.
Okay, yeah, my bad. Okay,
So,
I'll watch it without. I'll watch it
it
without
is
audio.
yeah, it's a very dark and interesting looking game. Parts of it are very carnival. I get a little bit of Alice in Wonderland from it, and this is being crowdfunded. I think it's got 16 of the 30 last I checked that they're looking for.
Hold on, I'll scroll up real quick. It is 18 out of 50.
18 out of 50. Okay. So yeah, it is supposed to be coming, I think, to PlayStation. And one of the big things was the fact that they started dropping some more footage of like the gameplay and whatnot, so people can kind of get an idea of what they'd be investing in.
Those movements are really goddamn good looking.
It's definitely very interesting.
You
Game.
play as a toy?
Some kind of like themed wind-up toy, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very horror elements.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is a cool looking fucking villain. Oh. And you can lay down and
yeah, pretend you're not wound up.
oh, that's actually a really interesting concept. And then you run across a whole bunch of the other ones, and you're basically being baited to. That was creep, and I loved it.
Dude's face is wild.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like this trailer. Okay. Yeah. It is called
Carnival Hunt?
Carnival Hunt. Yes.
If you scroll down further, I think they got some little gifs of gameplay. Once you're ready.
Yeah. Oh, that is a wicked fucking Rob Zombie poster. He pops on a fucking unicycle. I gotta go. Oh. That rabbit ain't here to help you.
Oh, he's a cute little rabbit.
Okay, features asymmetric gameplay. Players can choose as either the carnival monster or bunnies, each with their own objectives and playstyles, challenging objectives. So it's Dead by Daylight, but with a reskin.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
But I mean, a hell of a reskin.
A hell of a reskin. I like this. This is actually kind of neat, and it adds a few.
And I think
flavors.
they're trying to get it to console. I think they're trying to bring it to PlayStation. I think they're trying to bring it to Xbox, but I'm not 100% sure.
Sure. I'm pure for it. I'd love to see it on that good old the box. Let's see here. It is $18,121 of the $50,000, and it's got that full month to go, so it's already almost halfway there on the first day. Holy shit!
Yeah, pretty good jump there.
Pretty good jump. Scud, douche. I like Dead Cells. I liked it a lot. Had no clue until Quincy had mentioned that there was an animated series, to which I asked, "Pardon me?" Yeah, so I just learned today that there's a Dead Cells animated series. 2024. It looks like it's gonna be well animated. Very crispy animations. I got nothing more to say until I see a little bit more, but
Yeah, it was just a teaser.
yeah, it's just a teaser.
Fun to know it's a thing.
Yeah. Dropping in 2024. Doesn't have any other dates. Nope. Okay. Well, drat it all. Skadoosh. And ending off, we usually talk about Lego, and there has been a lot of Lego coming soon previews that kind of slipped just kind of underneath us. The endgame final battle tornado thing that you can build. It looks like a mess because it is a mess, but it looks really nice to just, I guess, have as a mantelpiece. Eldorado Fortress, couple pirate boats for those who like pirates. Venomized Groot, which didn't know could look so adorable.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's equal parts cute and adorable. Not cute and adorable. It's equal parts scary and adorable.
Nightmare, happy nightmare. A Dream Village, one of their original sets, I believe, but now you got like a little person there. Wait a minute, is that a dwarf?
Might be.
You get a fucking mini dwarf. Huh.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh gosh. The Batwing Batman versus a Joker, where it seems to be the Batman '89. Yeah,
this is very much the my balloons. He took my balloons. Or does he get those wonderful toys? Scene.
Yes. The freaking NASA Mars rover. I wouldn't mind building one of these. These things look like they would be really cool to have. Only $100 for that one. The Yavin 4 Rebel base over at the Star Wars side of things. It actually looks really nice. Got little moss covering it. A mini version of the Hulkbuster versus a figure of Thanos. Passenger airplane, a dollhouse for their girl-aimed side. An exotic pink parrot. An Arctic explorer ship with an orca. I remember, didn't Lego have an orca and it was like a quarter of that size?
Honestly, I don't know.
Okay. There was a little chime when I glanced at it earlier, but it comes with a nice helicopter, a really nice rigged boat, and a dinghy. An Audi RSQ e-tron that kind of gives it like a off-road vehicle look. Looks sleek, looks fine, but looks like a lot of stickers to put on, and I'm not good with stickers. I don't know which one this one is. What would you say this Pursuit Batman versus the Joker Batmobile one here in the moment?
Looking at the Joker, this might be kind of more of a cartoon type of thing. The Batmobile is very simple.
The animated series?
Okay. Yeah, maybe the animated series, or maybe it's just in general. Let's do a Batman thing that parents can get for their kids. That one isn't too many pieces, two isn't $100.
That's fair.
So yeah.
A $16 mech for Boba Fett, which would make him a way better bounty hunter. Lamborghini Huracan Technica. Looks a little blocky for me, but still looks fun for $50, I guess. Skadoosh. And then, where is it? The Advent Calendar for Star Wars also dropped. A couple other Arctic exploring things. A ski and climbing center. A family house and electric car. A main street with a smorgasbord of buildings. The Yoda's Jedi Starfighter with a mini Yoda and a really cool looking R2-D2.
That's a regular size Yoda.
That is a regular size Yoda. And then toward the end here, we have the Hocus Pocus, the Sanderson Sisters Cottage. And this is Hocus Pocus 1. Gives you the full breakdown of the house and 7 figures figuratively, because you get the cat too. Oh, it only counts 6. Wow. Zachary Binks was a person. Zachary Binks was a person. But I'm actually kind of happy to see this set. This set
No, it's a great set. I actually really like that set. What was the price again on that?
$230.
Yeah, see, I would love the set. I just don't have $230 to drop on a set.
It is 2,316 pieces. That is a lot of pieces to be putting all together in this great old fashioned. It does open up in multiple ways. Wait a minute. Does he have a little? Oh, I thought he had like a little chin beard, like a little bit of stubble. They got all of the gravestones marked out. Emily Binks, William Binks. You can portray the entire thing. Oh, and the Book of the Dead. We like to see it. Wow, they decaled a lot of this set. Huh. Well, that's all I got for today.
That's all I got.
You did show. Oh, that's right. Speaking of Among Us, I almost forgot about that. The Pusheen, the cat.
Oh yeah,
Crossover.
pushing the cat. Yeah.
Seeing as we're wrapping up right now, go and check out the Twitter. I liked and replied to it. Go and check it out. Among Us has more ties in with more collaborations, unexpected collaborations, but collaborations nonetheless. Thank you guys for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe where you can. Remember to check our socials down in the descriptors, and check us out on our personal Twitters. Check out our Humble Bundles. A couple new things over in the book side of it all, if you want to go support some good old charities. Our Temu thing, I'm almost done with that. And, of course, at the end of days, at the end of weeks, at the end of months, at the end of years, please, please, for the love of me, love one another. It's free to do. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Sorry.